They were the person everyone depended on, the calm one, the reliable one, the one who said it's okay even when it was. And one day, in a quiet moment, they realized something painful. They had spent years taking care of everyone else but never learned how to take care of themselves. This is not just a story. It's a mirror. They were known for being dependable. If something went wrong, people called them. If someone needed support, advice, or patience, they showed up. Not because they were asked, but because they cared. They learned early that being useful made them valuable. That being calm kept relationships peaceful. That being strong meant not asking for help. So they became good at holding things in, good at listening, good at adjusting. They rarely said no, rarely complained, rarely stopped to ask themselves what they needed. And people admired them for it. You're so strong. You handle things so well. I don't know how you do it. What no one noticed was how tired they were becoming. At first, giving felt good. Helping others brought purpose. Being needed felt like belonging. But over time, giving stopped being a choice. It became a responsibility. They felt guilty resting. Uncomfortable receiving. Anxious setting limits. If someone was upset, they blamed themselves. If someone pulled away, they tried harder. If something felt unfair, they stayed silent. They told themselves, it's not that bad. They didn't mean it. I can handle it. But each time they ignored their own feelings, something inside them grew quieter, not broken, just unheard. Exhaustion didn't arrive loudly. It came softly, in the form of constant tiredness, in the lack of excitement for things they once enjoyed, in the feeling of being emotionally full but empty inside. They started feeling invisible, not because no one was around, but because no one truly saw them. They were always available for others, yet felt alone with themselves. And still they kept going, because stopping felt selfish, rest felt undeserved, choosing themselves felt wrong. One ordinary day, nothing dramatic happened. No argument, no breakdown, no big moment, just silence. And in that silence, they asked themselves a question they had avoided for years. When was the last time I felt at peace? They couldn't remember. They realized they had built a life around being needed, not being fulfilled. They had mistaken tolerance for love, endurance for strength, sacrifice for worth. And for the first time, they felt something new, clarity. Setting boundaries felt uncomfortable at first. Saying no caused anxiety. Choosing rest felt unnatural. Putting themselves first felt like betrayal. Some people didn't understand. Some pulled away. Some reacted negatively, but something surprising happened. They felt lighter, they had more energy, more mental space, more calm. They learned that boundaries don't push people away, they reveal who respects you. They began to understand something important. Love should not feel exhausting. Care should not require self-erasure. Kindness should not cost inner peace. Real connection allows space. Real care respects limits. Real love feels safe. They stopped chasing approval, stopped proving their worth, stopped over-explaining. And slowly they started coming back to themselves. Choosing themselves didn't make them cold. It made them clear. They still cared deeply, but not at the cost of their mental health. They learned that self-respect is not selfish. Rest is not laziness. Distance can be an act of self-care. They stopped shrinking, stopped apologizing for existing, stopped carrying what wasn't theirs, and peace followed. Life became quieter, not lonely, just less chaotic. They smiled more genuinely, slept more peacefully, breathed more freely. They didn't become someone else, they became themselves again. And if you're listening to this story, feeling understood, feeling seen, maybe this is your reminder too. You don't have to give everything to be worthy. You don't have to disappear to be loved. And maybe the most important part of this story is not what they lost. It's what they finally found. They didn't stop being kind. They didn't stop caring. They simply stopped disappearing. They learned that being strong doesn't mean being silent. That love doesn't require exhaustion. And that choosing yourself is not selfish, it's necessary. If you're listening to this and feeling something stir inside you, take a moment to breathe. You're not broken, you're not behind. You're just learning. Learning to rest without guilt. Learning to say no without fear. Learning to love yourself the way you've loved others. And if no one has told you this today, you are allowed to take up space. You are allowed to protect your peace. You are allowed to choose yourself. Thank you for spending this time here. If this story resonated with you, this channel was made for you. Take care of yourself. And remember, calm always wins in the long run.